What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, 12D here, back here in PlayStation Source. This is, of course, Road to Forbidden West, the weekly podcast dedicated to any and all things Horizon Forbidden West, from news, lore, reactions, and upon release, our review, along with a spoiler cast to end the series. With me, of course, the Plat Champ, PS Trophy Room's other half, Joe, Mr. Badminton Rand. How you doing, good sir?
I would like to have this chapter be called The Return of the Plat Champ. That's a little deep cut for you Star Wars fans out there.
I like that.
That Book of
like
Boba
that.
life. Man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm on like cloud nine after that episode. I feel like nothing could go wrong.
This is a Horizon podcast. We're gonna get to that. No spoilers.
Yeah, good.
That episode was fucking awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
That was awesome, dude. Oh my God.
Man. Here's the thing. You know, the sad thing though about that episode is that, like, you know, it's a Book of Boba. We didn't see much of him.
Yes, that is a inherent problem with it. That, like, it's. I feel like us as a collective can't really ignore.
Yeah.
However, it's like I'm not necessarily mad.
Yeah.
Because it was so good.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, yeah, that episode. Give Bryce Dallas Howard her own movie. She's earned it.
Yo, she
She
deserves the flowers.
honest to goodness, I think she's directed 2 or 3 Mandos, and they've been, for the most part, really good. And then this one was just phenomenal. But you're right. You know what? Listen, Halo is canon in the Star Wars universe. I want to talk about Horizon, though, because there's been awesome stuff that's been happening in Horizon Land, man.
Things are definitely heating up. We have a lot of news stories to cover. Let's check the countdown here. We officially have 23 days, 7 hours, and 59 minutes and 55 seconds until Horizon Forbidden West launches.
Ooh.
We're getting close. We're getting close. We have only so more episodes before we get to talking about impressions. You know what I'm saying?
Very
Talk about
excited.
the game itself, right? But before we get to all of that, of course, catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc., via that anchor link down below in the description. Like the video and rate the podcast, and make sure to help us get seen by more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. Down below as well, let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description as well. Feeling generous, hit that join button, become a member of the channel with the $1 Prince tier, just like Tapiwa Musa, and our $5 King tier members, just like Caleb Kaiser, SideQuest Sean, the Iraq Knight, and the homie Owen. And of course, the Horizon Zero Dawn stream series is completed. Your boy beat the game. We love to see it. First game beat in 2022, and we'll be moving on to Frozen Wilds as well. You know, that's I think like a 6-8 hour thing, so that should be like 2-3 streams. Yeah, like. I'll probably blow through that in like this week for the most part. But also down below are links to, of course, PS Trophy Room. Joe, if you wanna pimp out wherever you got pimp out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, this week on the Trophy Room, there's a lot to talk about, a lot of excitement, and a lot of questions. So make sure you head on over to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. This week we are talking about the fate of Call of Duty and what PlayStation should do in response to the ever-changing environment that is AAA gaming.
Indeed,
it'll be crazy.
Indeed. And of course, you know, both of our brands got that Horizon Forbidden West early code. You know, of course we're playing it. We're playing it for review. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
Hey, someday, Joe. Someday, okay.
I don't think that day's coming.
Someday we're gonna be there, bro, and we're gonna be like, damn, remember when we didn't get Forbidden West codes? You know, honestly, call me crazy. Maybe it's their loss. You know.
Oh, it's absolutely their loss.
Maybe it's their loss. You know.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Come on, PlayStation PR. Be nice.
Come on, man. Who I gotta talk to? Sid. No. I'll talk to Sid Schumann. I don't know.
Do I have to fight you? Is that like?
Oh, I don't want to fight you.
I think he's nasty in the ring, dude. I think he's.
I bet he's very aggressive.
He's like the Yoda, where you don't think you see it, and then he walks out, you just see the shadow, and he's like, "Much to learn, you still have," and beats the shit out of us.
Love him.
Yeah, he's nice. He's a sweet man.
Shout out to him. But go and get to some news here. Of course, we have a few topics here, but they'll be quick. Right? So we have the narrative director here. This is, of course, coming from Push Square, written by Sammy Barker, the homie. Narrative director of the game, Benjamin McCaw, was speaking with the Italian website Evereye, as translated by WCCF Tech and spotted by PlayStation Lifestyle. He added, oh wait, where is it? This is not the quote. Here it is. Okay, here it goes. Here it is. I'm reiterate from the Push Square article. While you will have to field some quote very strong moral choices during your time in the Forbidden West, the decisions you make will all culminate in a single impactful ending. What does that mean for you? So it seems like this is going to be one of those games where, I mean, the original game was pretty much like this, where you could do a lot of different things, but well, I guess it's kind of not having the moral choices part, right? Which I think is definitely new for this game. There wasn't really a lot of like choices that you were making in Zero Dawn. You were kind of just going through the story. But what does this do for you, Joe, in terms of you being able to make strong moral choices, right? That will ultimately lead to a single impactful ending.
I think like the first game kind of teased that with some of the choices that Aloy would make. You're kind of making, you're kind of like forging Aloy in the way you want to see her, type of thing. Like, making her more of your character and seeing yourself as her. But I think those choices ended up being the same or similar outcomes. So I like the evolution of that branching idea of, your decisions are going to matter and will have an impact in the world and will affect the story in the long term. I don't think like skipping a side quest is going to necessarily, change the ending for you, but I think they're going to lay certain things out for you to choose the renegade or the, paragon option, as it were, right? So I do like that they're taking some aspects from, games like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, and even Witcher to throw in here and kind of, again, help you relate to Aloy even more. So I like it, man. What about you?
Yeah, I'm interested really in like what grabs me the most is like the moral choices, right? Like in terms of, in the original game we like learned that, I mean, even the concept of like the humans before in the metal world in our timeline, right? Like in our time, they were thinking so far ahead of like, oh, if Gaia got the rebuilding of the biosphere wrong, we'll just wipe it off clean slate. And like they morally made that decision to like do that. You know what I'm saying? So like in terms of, I want to see what's the extent of that with these people hundreds of years later, in terms of like what is their version of that, right? Like what does Aloy have to tackle in terms of like, what she's morally having to make decisions for, from like a moral standpoint. Like that has me very intrigued in terms of like what could that even mean? Like is it letting a tribe fall because of something else, or is it right? Like I'm intrigued by that. So
because when we're talking about because we talked about last episode how there's multiple tribes and some of them are having like civil wars and whatnot with each other. I think definitely it's like, this, you choose which tribe lives, what tribe falls. And I think that is, at the macro level, what we can see from that.
Or like even like which tribe Aloy supports. Right? Like maybe you choose that yourself, right? Like not even like choosing, which one like necessarily fails, but which one you're going to side with.
Absolutely.
Interesting stuff.
Interesting
stuff.
I'm excited.
We will see. And of course, we didn't get any hands-on preview or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But IGN's Jonathan Dorbush did, though. Don't know if I haven't read it. I did watch the video of the hands-on preview. I couldn't help myself.
I couldn't either.
There's a lot of good stuff in there. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Man.
I was like, oh man.
I like the one thing that I liked and I took away from it was when you're fighting some of the beasts, you can use their own weapons against them, and how he talked about it was like one of the raptors spews poison. Well, you could shoot the poison container, it explode, and then it spreads that poison to itself and others around it. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, damn it, I should have wrote it down. There was something that I thought was incredibly good. Well, we got a lot more look at melee combat, and it's looking a lot more fast and fluid, which, like, definitely in the first game, I would call that, like, every attack felt like a heavy attack, low-key. There were light attacks in the first game, but, like, every animation felt, like, super slow and everything and all that. But I like that it's looking a lot more fluid and, not, like, to the extent of, like, DMC, right? But you know, still, like, a lot more of a
it's more intricate than it was
for sure.
Before.
Absolutely.
I think that was the one negative about the first game, was the melee combat seemed a little bit too simple, and so this one makes it a little bit, you know, again, makes it a little bit more intricate. It makes it have, just like ogres, layers to it. So I like
I hate Shrek.
You hate Shrek?
Yeah.
You don't mess with Shrek 1 or 2?
I don't know if, like, I got disciplined as a child while watching Shrek. I associate a lot of negative. Like,
so it's my
like,
what you're saying is Shrek is your Kingdom Hearts, because I don't like Kingdom Hearts one bit.
Perhaps.
Oh, wow.
It's like, I feel, like, extremely uncomfortable when I'm in any type of dynamic that is associated with Shrek.
Yeah.
I feel
like when I
uncomfortable.
see Woody in the Final Fantasy universe.
You remember when? Do you remember that clip
Yeah.
from Kingdom Hearts 3 where what does he say? He says he, like, talks shit to this.
Yeah,
I don't know yet.
He talks some mad shit. Calls him partner or whatnot.
You have no friends or some shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn.
something like that, man. That again, that game lost its luster. That franchise lost its luster with me after Kingdom Hearts 2. Then I'm like, what are we doing here?
I appreciate that I have a friend that I, of course, respect, right? That does not love Kingdom Hearts, you know? I like that I now have someone that represents the opposite opinion of, like, the majority of my friends who like Kingdom Hearts, or that know of Kingdom Hearts. They just love it, you know?
Yeah. They like manga and Disney merged to one. And it's just, it's honestly, like, 3 is, I played halfway through 3 and I just had to put this thing down. Damn. I'm just like, what are we doing here? Who's Aqua? Why do I need to play a 3DS game to know? What's going on? With Birth by Sleep, Death by Life? What are the names?
The worst one I've came across on the list that I was given by people that I have to play. The world will know about that soon. I can't say anything now.
Sure.
But the worst offender of the title is 358 over 2 days.
Yeah.
That's like a real title. Yeah. I'm like, what?
What is that?
I don't know, dog.
The 30, like,
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's literally
not even a full year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 49.50 or fight, and your history buffs know that. That's what it sounds like to me.
So it's a full year minus a week.
It's a 39.50
divided by 2. I don't even know. But
I don't know. That
long
series
story
makes
short,
no sense. Yeah.
Previews are very positive on the game.
Oh, right, back to this.
Previews are very positive, not that surprising. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then also, you know, while we're talking about the combat animations, you know, I'm sure you've seen that viral tweet going around about some wee lad on Twitter talking about how apparently it's a cardinal sin to redo the, I'll say, one of the most iconic animations in Horizon Zero Dawn. I'll say of the generation, low key, of Aloy jumping off of a tall neck, you know, twisting around, getting her like harpoon hook and like throwing that thing up and doing that cool pose as she's going down. Like it's a fire animation, but people are mad that it's the same one. Joe, what do you think?
One person on Twitter is sad enough to have gone back to Horizon Zero Dawn, found that animation, clip it out, put it on a Premiere doc, then go to this trailer, do the clip grab, edit it down in Premiere, find the same animation, put them side by side, render said video, put it up on Twitter to try to roast some devs. Now, you may say, wow, that's a lot of effort. That seems like a really sad individual. Spoiler alert, because it is. That person's insanely lonely, and I feel very bad for them because that's the only attention that they'll ever get in life that'll amount to anything.
What I don't get either is, like, he went through all those steps, like you said, right?
Yeah.
Like, he really hit send tweet, right?
Yep.
If he's played any game, probably ever, any sequel to any game, you really think there's no reused assets or reused animations in any sequel?
Right. I mean,
Like,
it
come
must
on.
upset him when they use the same walking animation for every game, right?
It's like, yeah,
Like, it
it's
must
like,
really
yo,
upset him. Like, I was thinking about this. It's like, how many animations can you really put into, like, the assault rifle in Halo? Like, honest to God, it is really sad, the state of gaming discourse, especially on social media. We have this, like, really weird, console fanboy fan war shit every day, and it's really tiring. Look, I love From Software. They're my favorite developer, and they use the same dog animation, the same dog enemy with a different skin in every one of their games, man. I was playing Bloodborne, and I was like, look at that dog, it's got rabies. And then I switched over to Dark Souls. It's the same dog who has rabies. But you know what?
You love to see
that enemy annoys me, not because it is the same asset, but because it just annoys me how it jumps around and I can't hit it good. So, like, to me, people really have to. It's a two-pronged problem. The one prong is that people don't understand how development is, right? And how that process actually works. And two, devs are afraid to share the process because, and it kind of goes back to one, people don't understand the process. And so they get yelled at for literally every single thing that they do. And these people that put these videos, they know what they're doing. It's a bad faith actor. And to me, it harms, all it does is harm devs and cause these stupid conversations to happen of like, well, why is this a $70 game? Because Aloy's jumping the same way. It's a $70 game because just look at it. It looks beautiful. The new animations that they have in there, the swimming biome, the way the hair moves against the armor and it doesn't necessarily clip through, there's a lot of processes in here. We're not even talking about scripting of AI in the environments around you. There's a lot in here that the devs are doing. So any shortcut that they need to take, that isn't going to harm the game, take it. How many ways are you gonna jump off that long neck differently, right? So yeah, go do it. She's been taught a technique, so use that technique. I don't know. It's really weird.
All that cosign, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's like, yo, that animation's fire.
Yeah. It's like the
It's a
leap of
good
faith
animation.
in Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed, exactly.
Why have we not questioned? It's the same way that they fall and they put their arms out. Like, shut up.
It's a good animation too.
It's a good animation. If it's
I love
good,
Leap of Faith. Yeah, it's
keep it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. I really hate the internet discourse. It's really gone to just toxic fanboy levels, and I'm just really tired of it. Because, like, if it ain't fruit physics, it's like, look at how Kratos gets in this boat. And if it's not about how Kratos gets in a goddamn boat, it's like, hey, look at how Aloy jumps off a thing. Hey, shut up. Get a different hobby, you loser.
This morning I saw they were complaining about the way grass physics moves in Zero Dawn versus Halo Infinite as well. I saw that this morning too.
God, dude, it's like I need a smoke.
I need to smoke something. I'll tell you.
It's tiring, man. I don't spend my time when I'm gaming necessarily staring at grass and then going, wow, this grass moves way better or way worse than said other game.
Because
I play the game and I enjoy it.
It's because they don't touch it, Joe. They don't touch grass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man.
I just
Speaking of how long we'll be touching grass in the Horizon Forbidden West, of course. Yeah. We do have a once again from Stephen Talby from Push Square, of course. We have a German site that was able to get some information out of game director. I'm going to get this wrong.
Okay.
Mathis de Jonge. Mathis de Jonge. I like that. Okay. That's probably right.
It sounds it. I just like you got to put the
right.
accent in.
You right.
You
right.
You know? And then like
Jonge.
at least people will know you put the effort.
It's very true. Well, he said here that Forbidden West is apparently, quote, about as long as its predecessor. So just to get some numbers here quickly, from how long to beat, Horizon Zero Dawn for main story takes 22 hours, 44 hours if you include side quests, and 60 or so to do everything in the game. So it looks like that's going to be around the same numbers for Zero Dawn, which for me, I say you love to see it.
Yeah.
It's all good, you know?
Yeah.
You have a nice... I like when open world games have a wide spread of like, hey, if you just want to go in for the main story, you know? Because like typically, right, I don't know how you play open world games, but for me personally, I go through main story first, and then I branch out and do the other stuff later, you know?
If your
that
game...
may not...
I'm sorry, continue. I've been talking too much.
I was gonna say like that like may not always be like how the developers like design said game, right? And I know sometimes like that does screw me up in that method, but I typically still do that, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For me, if your open world is exceptional, I will do I'm always on the golden path. But if your game is exceptional in its design, I will get distracted. And that's the best kind of feeling in the world. Because, like, you know, I think of my favorite open world game, which is Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm on the golden path, and then I get distracted by this cute little dodo bird, and I go follow the dodo bird, right? Or, like, there's a cute little fox, and he needs pets, but first he needs to lead me to a shrine. Or then there's, like, bandits, and they need to get stabbed. Or there's a bear, and it's like the Revenant situation all over again.
Shout out to Ghost. Goddamn.
Dude, such a phenomenal game. So that to me is the perfect open world game. And when you get distracted and you go, oh shit, like I'm playing a game for review and I'm like, oh damn, I forgot I spent 5 hours not doing the main quest. That's a good open world game. Mm-hmm. So I'm really expecting out of Horizon Forbidden West a open world that's gonna get me distracted. Because that's what the first game did a lot. I think at the end of the day, I don't think there was like a side quest I didn't turn down. So it seems like it's offering a lot to do while at the same time giving me a good choice to get out. Because the one thing that I don't like is like the dev math when they go like, it's going to take 500 hours to beat the whole thing. And I'm like, I don't have 500 hours. I got a full-time job.
No, sir.
You know, this is going to be rough for me. So, yeah, when I hear like 20 to 60, okay, that's awesome. That's a good month I'm going to get lost in this world.
Yeah, like definitely like as I get older, I'm more down for like an experience I can totally get in like
I made the weirdest hiccup. I apologize if you heard that.
Wait, what happened?
I did a hiccup and it was the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in my life. Kind of saw God there. Continue. Sorry.
I saw you convulge, but like I wasn't sure what was going. Okay,
I'm breaking down.
Oh man, but like I'm more enticed if you told me your game's like under like 25 hours. You know?
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, ooh, okay.
I really hope in this generation, AAA devs and teams go, you know what? We don't need every game to be 100 hours. We could really break that in half and really give people like, if it's an open world game, give me 50 hours of content. You don't need to, if it's a linear game, give me 8 to 10 with some replayability somewhere and I'm good to go. I don't need any more of these monstrosities that I'm going to be wasting hundreds of hours into. Just get me in, tell me the story that you need to tell without the fluff.
That, and on top of that, give me a. I would like to believe, right, that like if they ever make a choice of like having a 45-hour game or a 25-hour game, right, they can put more TLC and love and care into that 25 hours as opposed to having to accommodate 45 hours of gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm at too, where it's like my hope and my thought process is that with shorter experiences, you get a higher quality product overall.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But that may not always be the case here and there, but generally speaking, right? And looks like we will be getting a nice crafted, completed project here from Guerrilla Games. They did finally tweet out the tweet that we've all been waiting for. You hypothesized, hey, January 31st, And I was like, hey, that sounds good, my man. Sounds good. I like that. But unfortunately, they were 4 days early. We have here, they tweeted here on January 27, 2022 at 6 a.m., 5:59 a.m. to be exact. We have some exciting news for you all. Horizon Forbidden West has gone gold.
Ooh-wee.
With a nice gold Gaia gif. I like that. I like that.
So happy because I was getting so scared.
I know. I saw Elden Ring went gold. I'm like, all right, guys.
All right, come on, let's do this. Yeah,
please,
dude. I'm so excited for this month. It's gonna be a great month for games. I don't think there's gonna be a game that's gonna miss here, and I'm really excited to see everybody celebrate gaming this month, man. Awesome. And huge congrats again to Guerrilla because how much we love and appreciate y'all over there. This game looks absolutely stunning. Just stunning.
Yeah, like I'm really like itching at the bit, right? Like, so when I know like I'm really excited for a game is when I'm at work, right? Serving tables, right? I was working the bar because there's TVs there. I like to watch the games that are on, etc. You know what I'm saying? But there's the occasional ad for a PlayStation game, right? And it happened with like Ratchet and Clank, right? Or when they were doing ads for the PlayStation Showcase last year on ESPN, which was wild to see them advertise that, like only a week in advance, right? But there's more and more for Forbidden West trailers coming up, and I just fucking love I just love watching it. Like, fuck it. Like, I don't care how many times I've seen it. I just love to see it. I love to see it.
Dude, yeah.
Oh, man.
There is something close. Like,
hell yeah.
I think it started with World of Warcraft, The Wrath of the Lich King commercial where my dad was watching it. He was going to thumb through it. And I was just like, no, stop. Gotta see
hell
this.
Yeah.
It's going to be dope as hell. And like my dad not understanding it, but me getting hyped. Dude, that's awesome. I'm so, again, this game looks so good.
It's so good.
I'm just so excited seeing, like, it also, it just means it's real, right? Like, this is happening. It's just a further confirmation.
We're gonna go over the story of Zero Dawn, next week. And the week after we're doing predictions, right?
Oh yeah.
So and what's unfortunate is that we usually do Metacritic bets on predictions episode, but the embargo is lifting the day after.
Oh, really? When's the embargo lifted? Do you know?
On February 14th.
All right, 14th.
At least that's what some tweets were saying. And our predictions episode is going up the same day as Super Bowl Sunday, which is also a thing.
I mean, we could push it to Monday, right?
No, I'm still gonna put it on Sunday. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right.
Y'all can watch the Super Bowl and then you know what? No, because you wouldn't watch those ads. Watch it after the Super Bowl. It's fine. It's fine. But I do want to ask you, right? This is not your official prediction, right?
Okay.
Give me a nice 10-point parameter. Like, is Horizon landing in 90 to 100 range or 80 to 90?
It's landing in the 90s.
I feel like it's landing in the 90s too, dude. Dude, I feel like it's gonna land in the 90s, bro. It has to, bro. I think it's gonna be in the 90s.
Can I cement your hype just a little bit more?
Go ahead.
The day of, someone's like, oh yeah. Like they gave me a nice little DM of like, this is what you wanted,
Okay. I do have some homies that told me that they're gonna let me know, but they're still playing it through. Yeah. Okay.
So wink, nudge, nudge.
Nudge, nudge. Okay, it's looking
good.
Allegedly.
I don't know.
Allegedly. Also,
no one told me nothing.
I feel like I'm in the dark.
You're fine.
Should probably light these up. Now it's too bright. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so that went gold. That's cool. Last news bit here. We got some PS4 Pro gameplay. A lot of questions around this, right? We've only seen PS5 gameplay, of course, but how is last gen looking? PS4 Pro looking pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it looks good. Definitely, for sure.
I think it looks great, man.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And what at least was telling to me was that like this is like a true testament to like how scalable and or how much work Gorilla put into making sure the PS4 Pro versions run really well, right? Yeah. And that is either a testament to their effort, probably a mix of both, but also the way the Decima engine's able to really be scaled to different hardware specs and all that. But you got any thoughts about this? Because I have one more thing I want to put, but I want to hear your thoughts first on the PS4 Pro.
Looks great. I mean, this game was made for the PlayStation 4 before PlayStation 5, so to me, it should be looking and running good on PS4, and it looks like it is. So I'm excited for it. But the one thing that I do appreciate is, although that this is a cross-gen game, it truly does look next-gen on the PlayStation 5, and I think that has to do all about the lighting on the PlayStation 5. The lighting in this game is truly incredible. Again, I don't know how they do it, but man, this game, it does look like it's a generational leap above its PlayStation 4 counterpart. Again, and that speaks nothing to as beautiful as the PlayStation 4 version looks. I think, what's the Digital Foundry are just like, yeah, no, we're already noticing like PlayStation 5 looks nice, and not to say that the PlayStation 4 version is a slouch or you're going to be missing out, but like, yeah, man, 60, that lighting, man, It's looking good. I'm very excited. No matter where you play, though, I think you're going to get a really great experience.
Yeah, I definitely share all that as well, but like, I am really curious to see how the PS4 base is looking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here trying to say that, like, because I fundamentally actually do not think that the PS4 version is going to be like in a dire situation, right? Because like, I think the industry as a whole got a bit of a wake up call with Cyberpunk, right? Where you can't really get away with that, right?
No, you can't.
And also, to talk with a little hint of perhaps Sony pony fanboy spice, right? I feel that PlayStation would not do that to one of their games, right? I like to believe that they hold their projects to a bit of a higher standard, right?
All right.
And they would not have a version of one of their games come out that has a crazy amount of bugs. Even though, hey, there were bugs in Miles Morales. Remember when we were swinging and we would turn into a trash can and stuff like that? That was fun, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like a perfection, right? No game is perfect in terms of like bugs ever, but like I do really want to see how the PS4 version is running on base hardware. On Digital Foundry, they said in some tweets that like they're just mainly expecting a resolution downgrade from the PS4 Pro, and they'll probably run about the same. That's what they're expecting based off history, right? Which that's what we heard all PS4 Pro gen, right? That late end of PS4, where it's like PS4 Pro only got a higher resolution for the most part.
Yeah.
And they were pretty much the same assets and same overall game, right? Yeah. But I am curious.
I'm curious as well. And I think the benefit to PlayStation in this game, as opposed to Cyberpunk, is that, Cyberpunk had to, just like with like Elden Ring too, not to say that game has any glitches or bugs, but, Elden Ring has to be on 5 different platforms, right? It's got to be on Xbox One, Xbox Series, PlayStation, PC, and then PlayStation 5. And same with Cyberpunk. So like to see delays from software, where they pushed it back to February 24th or 25th.
25th. It's my birthday.
Oh, what a great birthday present. That's awesome to see.
Oh, but like I won't be playing it. I'm saying that's fine. Consider Elden Ring my gift to the world.
Thank you.
On my behalf.
God bless. God bless Miyazaki.
Of course.
But yeah, no, like, so, you know, that's why, like, there was haters like, why does Elden Ring not look that great? It's like, first off, Elden Ring looks great. And secondly, it's not going to match Horizon because Horizon only has to be on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 as of right now before they port that thing to PC next year. So, like, trust me, it's going to be... you're going to have a really great experience on your PlayStation 4 and your PlayStation 5. That's why this game's going to look so good. So
I feel embarrassed. That's a very good point. I totally
not just
forgot
that,
the nature of like multi-plat versus.
But you're also right.
Right.
But you're also right because PlayStation, I'll be a fanboy here, is the best publisher. They truly, from what it seems, at least to me, they don't put out a product that they don't fully endorse. Or believe in, and they give what it seems like to me their partners enough time to make that art. So yeah, I think both of our points make sound.
You love to see it. You love to see it. Now, you know, of course there's some, you know, reused animations and stuff like that. I'm serious. This game can't be a 10.
Yeah.
The fuck. But we do have plenty of brand new machines to go over that we will go to explore and hunt in the Forbidden West. That is the main topic here of the show for episode 4. A very nice tweet that was timed at 1:20. I saw this last night. 1:27 a.m. This was posted. We have a article from Game Rant that says that the strategy guide that's like over like 600 pages, which is insane. I think it's coming out later this year, not on launch, but it's said in there, maybe some like excerpt or whatever, that there are, quote, 40 plus intricately designed machines that stalk the Forbidden West. For comparison, there were a total of 26 across Horizon Zero Dawn and the Frozen Wilds DLC. So Horizon Forbidden West will have about 14 new machines.
Wow.
Allegedly. Like, so I'm not sure if they mean like 40 unique machines or 40 overall, and they're taking the 26 and adding on to them.
Yeah.
Not sure which one. Either way, I'm fine with it because I love the Zero Dawn machines. You know,
dude,
they're great.
Yeah, man. I honestly, I hope some of them make a return. You know, I didn't see the Strider there. That makes me scared. I love the Striders. They're, I think, iconic. That and the the Thunderjaw. I want to see a Thunderjaw there. You know, I would not mind to see some of the old robots come back and me have to fight them a little bit. But dude, some of these designs from the ones that we've seen so far, like I was trying to like toss like, instead of what's your favorite one, what's your least favorite one, and honestly they all look cool. Like there's no least favorite here. They all seem pretty legit. But I'm digging this.
Okay, so I do have a list of machines that are returning from Zero Dawn. So I figured we should start with that before we get to the new stuff. That makes sense. So the Thunderjaw is confirmed.
Good.
It's the T-Rex one. I'm sure y'all aware. I love the Thunderjaw. Yeah. I love fighting that motherfucker. That's so fun.
Such a good fight. Such little arms.
So good. We have the Snap Maw, which is terrifying. It's a crocodile type, alligator type. I hate that. God, that machine's fucked up.
It's terrifying.
Watcher, of course. You know, the little level 1 base machine. We love that. The Strider horse machine that you can mount and all that. We love to see the Strider come back. The Charger, as well, as confirmed to be back. Right. The one that charges at you. Why did I say that? Hence the name.
What about the panther looking one? What was that one called? I forget.
The Panther.
Like it turns invisible? Is it the Stalker?
Oh, that motherfucker.
And they hunt in goddamn packs. Like, I remember that fight. That one? That fight was terrifying.
We got it. The Stalker. It's Stalker, back, baby.
Yeah.
We're good. Oh, God. Yeah, that was so terrifying.
Dude. The Stalker. I remember, real talk, I remember fighting like one of them, like, okay, I see you. And then while I'm fighting it, another one comes out. I'm like, oh, shit. And then another one immediately afterwards.
Dude.
So good.
The stalkers are no joke, man.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so bad. Oh my god. Of course, the tall neck. Shout out to the tall neck. Of course, we're gonna. I wish. I hope we get more than like 6. I think were in the original game.
Yeah.
I want more tall necks. I want more.
Yeah.
I
need more. I also like with this game. It seems like they're exploring the verticality of Horizon, where you can climb mountains a whole lot more. It seems so. Yeah, I'm dig- dude. I dig this game so much. This is amazing.
Hell yeah. Of course, shout out to the Stormbird. That's back. The Glinthawk is back. I love fighting those. Big fan.
Okay.
Ravager's back. The Grazer is also back. Just a rapid fire few of those.
Nice.
And yeah, those are pretty much it. There's a few unconfirmed ones. I'll just blaze through them just really quick. Rocket, the Rock Breaker, Lancehorn, the Scrapper, Trampler, Behemoth, the Fire Bellowback, the Freeze Bellowback, Shell Walker, Red Eye Watcher. Did they know that was a separate machine? But okay. Corruptor, Deathbringer, and then from the Frozen Wilds DLC, the Scorcher, Frostclaw, and Fireclaw. Those are all not confirmed.
Okay.
But the other ones are. So at least that's good to go. And I say, hey, you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know.
Yeah. Oh, lazy developers are putting the same enemies in this iconic game. Oh man. Oh jeez.
Dead on Arrival. 67 Metacritic. 67 Metacritic.
Yeah, that's what I'm giving it. I'm giving it right there.
Hate to see it.
I hate it. Hate this game. It's so good.
But let's go into a few of the new machines. Looks like we have 10 or so to go through. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? It's like 10 or something like that. We'll go top to bottom. You know, we have the roller back. Ooh. This is a giant armadillo like machine. It can roll into a spinning ball and shoot scales off their body as projectiles and call them back magnetically.
Yo. They're like, hey, how do we outdo God of War's axe? What if we just put it on an enemy instead?
Do you know how terrifying it's gonna be, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, they can also launch themselves airborne, by the way.
Dope. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, why does Halo and jump the same? Because they had to make an armadillo robot that jumps in the air and does spins and flips and shit.
This is like the Sonic machine. Like what?
But like good. The burrower. They're the basic enemy type of the gorilla, Gorilla describes as a successor to the Watchers from the previous game, resembling an otter or a weasel. I already love them. The burrower is highly agile and functions as a recon machine, and it uses its high-pitched sound to stun targets and alert allies. Per their animal inspiration, burrowers also adept at swimming. I love them. You said otters,
yeah, so
I'm in.
They seem to be like upgraded Watchers, right? Where they can swim now. The original Watchers could not swim.
Yeah. We won't question that.
Cool.
They're made of metal, but they can swim. We will not question this.
Wait, that's actually a point I've never actually contemplated. Huh. Do they have like little like
don't think too hard. Like, yeah, they got little motors going. Maybe, perhaps. Yeah, don't question it. Don't question it. It's gonna break it. It's gonna break it.
I won't. We have the Bristol back here. We see I believe is the Regala rebels overriding them in the trailer as Silence like looks over them and alluding to Silence teaching them how to override machines and such. It's a boar-like bristleback, travels in herds, and uses its tusks to unearth buried resources. Okay. Think of it as their form of grazing, as bristlebacks make for a peaceful sight when admired from afar. However, ticking off the bristleback causes it to attack by combining its recovered scrap with elemental material for a powerful ranged assault. Whoa. You don't want to be on the wrong end. So they can unearth resources and then combine it with certain elements and then chuck it at you.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
They look like Kodos really from Warcraft, and I'm all in on that. Here's the one that probably, if you had to say what's my favorite enemy type, that's not the the Tremor Tusk, it is the Clamor Jaw. Hear this. Hear this. The guys, have you seen this? Have you heard about this? They are scavengers that are baboon-like in appearance and structure. Thus, they're acrobatic and aggressive. In addition to scaling walls and shit, that's what I put in. They possess several debilitating attacks. It doesn't help that they often travel in groups, meaning players will need to keep their eyes on the ground and in the trees when dealing with them. Okay.
This is horrifying.
This is awesome. The one thing that I didn't like in Sekiro, right? All right, look at that. Look at me putting a Spanish flair to it.
Okay.
Is that in that game there's a huge section with baboons, which is like, okay, that's a neat little, funny little character, but it goes on a little bit too long and they overstay their welcome. And the one thing that I kind of find is like kind of stupid is that they throw poop at you. And the guardian ape, one of its moves, if you're too far away, it tries to throw its poop at you. And I'm like, and it does it several times in the match. And I'm like, how much poop you got in you, bud? I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's like it seems like a stupid little like kid gimmick. And so what I like about here, what I like about here is like they're robots, so they can't have poop and they can't fling stuff at you, and so they can't use that in the game. Instead, they are using their acrobatic. Like they're using the characteristics of a monkey rather than like what we see on TV that's funny to us. So that's what I like about the Clamor Jaw. It's the monkey without the silly little gimmick.
Listen, all I know is
trees.
I'm hunting this homie, bro. He has to be eradicated from the Forbidden West.
I feel ya.
That's terrifying, bro. That's my little sister has, I think there's like probably a real clinical word for this, and it's not like she's ever been like she's gone to like a doctor or like a therapist or, but like she had and still has a very, very deep fear for any type of monkey, ape, gorilla, baboon. Like she's not down with that. It's a serious thing. And I don't have that, but like this is terrifying as fuck. Like I don't want to be because here's what I'm imagining, yo. I'm on the hunt. Nightfall has stricken the Forbidden West. All right, these baboons just start attacking from the night. Left and right. That's horrifying.
Yeah,
can't wait.
You just see the red eyes in the dark distance. Yeah.
Bro, let's go. And then next up here, we have a very familiar machine that you all are probably aware of, the Tremor Tusk. The mammoth-like Tremor Tusk is one of the first boss monsters that wowed players when Horizon Forbidden West was first shown off. This fortress-like titan is armed with an array of heavy weaponry, such as cannons and highly resistant armor plating. Tremor Tusk rivals Zero Dawn's most powerful machines, the Thunderjaw and Stormbird, making it especially worrisome that the human Regala faction has captured and weaponized them for their own use.
Dude,
I love this machine already. Like, I think this is gonna be super fun. I just love like fighting this like giant, like they say it right here perfectly. Like it is like a fortress where you have enemies up in there in like little like hot air balloon basket type of cages and stuff. And
it's like the elephants from Lord of the Rings. They got the archers on top and shit.
Oof, that's some high fantasy stuff. I'm not.
I was gonna say, Kevin, you've never fucked with
sir.
Lord of the Rings, dude. You need to fuck with those movies. They're a cinematic. They're a cinematic treat.
They're on the list of like Harry Potter, where it's like,
oh, okay, you don't mess with. All right, I don't mess with Harry Potter too. I think that is the one piece of nerdom. I'm just like, really, wands? All right.
Wands.
That's where I lose me.
Expelliarmus
like
or whatever.
Wands, school. I'm just thinking of like math homework. Anyway, this is what I want here, man. I want to see a Tremor Tusk in a Thunderjaw fight.
Ooh, you want to see like machine fighting, like Michael Vick style, but not like extremely offensive, you know?
No, like that reference may have been a little bit much for some, but like, yes.
Right, yeah. Okay, you know what? Okay, that was a lot. Audience, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring up Michael Vick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Just like friendly competitive, like
Right, friendly competitive.
they don't
Robot
actually
fighting.
die. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
these
yeah.
robots do die though.
Oh.
Claw Strider are among the first of Forbidden West's new machines. They briefly appeared in the Horizon comic. These mechanical velociraptors, that's all you need to know, are fearsome. That's all. I'm gonna stop there. Velociraptors. And they got saws for teeth. My friend lost her shit. She's not a nerd, but she loves dinosaur crap. And when she saw this thing, she's like, "Oh shit, they got raptors in this game?" Yes, and they hunt in packs. So,
Dude,
Lego.
I love the design of the Claw Strider.
I love all these designs are
so
incredible. Oh
so
man,
cool. But you're right. What like really like, you know, when you really start looking at the Claw Strider, right, and you see the chainsaw teeth, like that is really like, oh man. Oh man, that's
Dude,
real good.
With
That's
the
real
rumors of like this game getting a movie or a show, I just wonder how they're gonna do it. Because it has
That's
to be
tough.
some serious production. But I can't wait.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Just some quick little fat suit like that. I'm just skimming through because it's kind of a long paragraph. They emit a sonic scream that stuns Aloy. They can be mounted, so that's great.
Yep.
You know, so interesting stuff. Interesting stuff.
It's a
Next up
raptor.
here- Yeah.
It's gonna do raptor shit. Look at its talons, dude.
Like, listen. Shout out to the Strider. Okay, Strider, you were very nice to ride and
nimble
over,
beast.
and override. The Claw Strider is my new main mode of transportation, unless we get a flying machine that we can mount. Then I'm down.
Absolutely.
But Claw Strider, that's the new wave. You know.
I agree.
Next up here, we have the Shell Snapper. We get a first glimpse at this majestic giant turtle lifting its camouflage body from a swamp after encountering Aloy in the debut trailer, as y'all remember. It may look wondrous, but the Shell Snapper is a combat machine that ambushes those who intrude on its territory. It can extend its neck to bite prey a la snapping turtles and fire pressurized water blasts as well. There's also the shell protecting it, meaning they'll have to, figure out ways to. Oh, you can figure out ways to topple it. Oh, so you got to turn it on its back, huh? Okay.
How you gonna do that?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's not like it's gonna charge at you. Oh, maybe it will. I don't know. But
yeah, I mean that's the thing that like in the trailer, it's my favorite clip. That's why I always put it on Twitter of like her doing the beep bop boops in the air and then getting her bow out, and as it's charging, you just shoot it in the neck. You know?
Yeah.
Thing looks dope. Can't wait.
We'll see.
Here's the Tinder Ripper or Tide Ripper. I think it's Tide Ripper.
I'm like,
yeah,
hold up, hey yo.
Yeah, it's like whoa, swiping right on this robot. Tide Ripper. Looming beneath the depths, the Tide Ripper is an aquatic creature that follows the prehistoric theme of several other machines by resembling a paleosaur. Okay. It commands, no idea, the ocean and accumulates resources by filtering sediments from the water. Although it looks relatively harmless, the Tide Rippers have no problem attacking Aloy in the sea or on land, for that matter. These things look like giant otters. These are the things that look otter slash like, oh my god, what's the Pokemon that starts with an L? I think.
Oh, I thought of
There's a
another
shell.
monster.
There's a
That's
shell.
not Pokemon.
Please.
That starts with an L.
Yeah.
Do you remember? What was that movie called? Aragon?
Oh my god, yes.
Yo, that is in the depths of my that is in the back halls of my memory right there. I don't think I watched it to completion, but
Lapras. There you go. Looks like a Lapras.
oh, okay. I see. It kind of looks like what's the homie from How the Teacher Dragon or whatever that's called?
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
that? How the
Oh, it looks like one of those dragons, you think?
kinda a little bit.
I'm interested.
And lastly here, is this the last one? It is the last one.
Yeah.
Damn, look at us. I hope we can mount this. It's called the Sungwing. Seeing sunwing soar across the west is an awe-inducing sight. The wings of the you said it. The pterosaur?
Yeah. Pterosaur.
Pterosaur?
I think the P is silent.
Oh, pterosaur. Okay.
Yeah.
Pterosaur-like machine consists of flexible sun-absorbing panels, presumably to power itself. Gorilla has previously stated that the sunwings are vulnerable while gathering solar energy, but are also more alert to threats while stationary. So now I'm thinking, like, okay, are they gonna be able to like do some animation where like they suck up some of the sun energy and like a fire blast or some shit? Like, that's cool.
That's a Pokemon
like
level
that.
shit. I dig it.
That's hype. That's hype. I also like the practicality of like having solar paneling on their wings. Like that's really dope.
Dude, what just think about jumping off a mountain, using your glider, and then just falling on one of these things and just taking it over in the air.
I can see it now.
And then maybe people won't judge it for that one animation, you know?
I appreciate that this is the one thing that I feel like a lot of people ask for, but they are I hope it's in the game, right? But if it is in the game, I appreciate them not telling us ahead of time. You know? But if it's not in the game, I'm gonna be sad. But I understand. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's all good. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all machines, right? All the new ones that we know of so far. I bet there'll be more in the full release. But do you have any crazy ideas for machines? I feel like we talked about this like briefly last episode, but like now that you've gotten the week to kind of like, you know, to mellow on it. My only one is that like you can't go to the west and not have a scorpion. You know.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely happening.
Yeah.
That's definitely happening.
I don't mess with them. Yeah. Man, it's a great question. What, like, when I think of a machine, like, what's something that they haven't done? Because a lot of it's like prehistoric. I'm getting prehistoric vibes from, right? We haven't seen bugs, like a swarm enemy.
Ooh, okay.
But
I like that.
Like,
what if they're in
bees?
like metal like cocoons? Like what if it's like bees? Yeah, like metal cocoons or some shit. And I like that.
But they could quickly turn into bullets, maybe.
Yeah, how would maybe?
Well, it's not like a projectile. There's no like striker or like hammer going off. So maybe it can't like it could stab you, but it can't really full on like do any worse.
Maybe there's another use for Aloy's glider, and it's not only just a glider, but it's perhaps a shield. Right? That you can block attacks from the swarm, and then maybe when you shoot like a fire bow, it spreads to all of the swarm, right? Off like one hit, and it does like chip damage or something like that. You could be honest. I like that. You're right. What about insects?
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet.
Good point.
What if we see a goddamn like centipede? Ooh, I hate them. And it comes out of a tree and it just breaks the tree and it's like, I'm a centipede. That would terrify me as well. That's a thing of nightmares. Maybe they just keep it to dinosaurs. You know?
Oof. Are you down for like a big ass tarantula spire type thing?
No.
No?
Okay. No, I'm not down. I'm not down. But I won't again. I'll be like, come on.
I hear you.
I'm not scared of it. Like if I see a spider in my house, that's gross and I hate it. But like if I see it on screen, it can't do anything to me, man.
I hear you.
I'm not scared of them.
I respect it. I don't like crickets. You know? I don't fucking like crickets because they're small. They know. They make it very much apparent that they are in the vicinity of your location via their fucking sound.
Yeah. But
and that's horrifying to me. You know? Yeah.
You can never pinpoint the sonar. Yeah, they annoy me.
You can't. You can't do it.
You know what? Leave insects out. Put in like a jackal. Put in the dog from Elden Ring. And Joe will lose it. He'll be like, why you have this thing here? It dodges everything. I
mean, we're forgetting like the new area of combat that they are introducing in this game, which is the underwater, right?
Yeah.
Like eels, sharks.
Little snake.
Jellyfishes. Snaky snakes. You know,
Slither a little
That's fucked
snake
up,
is snake.
that's fucked up.
Slither in a garden, catch me a mouse.
I keep forgetting that we're gonna fight machines underwater. Like that's how is that gonna work? Are you gonna be able to shoot a bow under? That's that. How? How?
You ask me, man.
You're right, but damn, that's a lot. That's a lot of strength. I know I couldn't. But besides all that, you know what? I think that's pretty much we've run the gamut for the most part on the machines. Next week,
really
I'm putting in a lot of work into like having a nice, concise summary of the story. Right? I feel like I might just do bullet points and we'll just freestyle it low key. You know what I'm saying?
It's been an hour, Kev.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't believe we did that. That
Flew by.
dude. I was like, oh my god, this episode's so short. It's like 40 minutes. My goodness.
Look at that. They what's that old saying? The time flies when you're
We were having fun.
perhaps having a little fun. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But
Makes me feel
you can
nice.
have fun, of course, on Joe and his links down below in the description.
Yeah.
Joe, Mr.
Yeah.
Badbit, where can people find you?
You can find me at Mr. Badbit. You can find the Trophy Room over at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. Here's the thing that I need to let everybody know and let everybody in on. We are doing a Horizon Forbidden West giveaway on the Trophy Room. If you want to win a free copy of the deluxe version of the game, here's what you need to do. All right, simple. First, follow at PS Trophy Room on Twitter. Step 1. Step 2. Go into Apple Podcasts, rate this show 5 stars. All right. And then send us a screenshot of your 5-star review over at the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. Tweet it at us at PS Trophy Room, and you're entered to win. We're going to draw the winners on February 14th. So make sure you're tuning in there. And yeah. So make sure you follow us there and you like, you subscribe, and all that stuff. Or you can follow me at the Trophy Room on YouTube, again, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you find your RSS feed of choice, you can find the show there. So, and as always, Kev, man, this has just been a blast.
Always a blast. Always
Just
a blast.
blast.
Shout out to. I keep forgetting that Valentine's Day is coming up.
Is it really?
Not like I had plans, but you know.
I know, man. I'm just dying alone. That's my plan.
Hey, man. You know what? I got
Just bummed.
got my cat.
Yeah.
I got my PS5. You know,
Yeah.
I think we're all right.
I'm gonna be okay. For the first time in my life, I think I'm gonna be fine.
Oh man. Last thing I want to say that's like aside from the outro, right? I've been seeing a lot of the homies on Twitter post some crazy sights in terms of the weather on the East Coast in the US. Stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? It looks like a lot of snow.
Blizzard right now.
Oh wait.
I'm in it.
You're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Is it like dead ass outside? Like is
It's more wind than snow right now, but I
Okay.
think we got like 3 or 4 inches thus far.
Because wait, I forget. You're in what state? I keep forgetting.
The best state in the union, New Jersey.
The best state. Oh, you're
If you just avoid the whole taxes there, it's a pretty.
from Jersey.
It's the best state in the union. Yeah. Got the best
I see.
pizza. We win right there.
I don't mean to brag,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, here in Arizona, you know, it's a high of 74 today. Sunny skies, clear. You know what I'm saying?
I like
low of 43.
seasons.
Low of 43, a little bit chilly. That is true. Where like on the West Coast, like there's really like it's like fine and then hot
Yeah.
and then fine.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like yeah. But me, when it gets under 50, I'm a little wimp, bro. I get
Yeah.
a little shivery. You know, I get a little If it's under 50, I get.
You got to bundle up.
It's a little too cold for me. You know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't last here, man. You wouldn't last.
I would not. I was born in New York, lived there for 5 years, and that's it. I'm low key can't even really consider myself a New Yorker if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. Catch a show. Wait, this has been, of course, Road to Forbidden West, the weekly podcast dedicated to any and all things Horizon Forbidden West. Catch the show here on YouTube.com/plays and source, as well as podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via the anchor link down below in the description. Like the video, rate the podcast. It helps us get more viewers. Down below, let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. hit that join button, become a $1 Prince tier member just like the people Musa, or a $5 King tier member just like Caleb Kaiser, SideQuest Sean, the Arachnite, and the homie Owen. And of course, check out the stream series this week. We should be starting and wrapping up Frozen Wilds DLC. That's my plan. In case something happens, one stream with Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't know, bro. I don't know what it was. I don't know what happened. I was streaming and my eyes started to like burn.
Really?
And I couldn't see the screen. Yeah, it was kind of scary, but we're good. Not sure if that was like I just worked too much that day. I don't know, but hopefully my eyes don't burn when we go into the Frozen Wilds and do the last bit of a game before we get to, of course, Horizon Forbidden West. And yeah, that's about it. Links below for Joe and PS Trophy Room down below in the description. Thank y'all for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.
Greatness awaits.
Greatness awaits. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Love you guys.